They say age takes its toll. But what if I told you that it's not age that weakens your legs, but rather the lack of the right nutrients? What's stopping you from walking steadily, climbing stairs safely, or simply feeling stable might be fixed faster than you think. And no, it has nothing to do with the gym or medicine. The truth is, there are 6 nutrients that can restore the strength in your legs in just a few days, working directly on your muscles, bones, and nerves. But what are these nutrients? In which foods can we find them? And are they really essential for healthy aging? We'll find out all of that in this video, so stick around until the end. You're going to be surprised. Strong leg start with vitamin D. Have you ever seen an elderly person get up from a chair as if they had springs in their legs? Well, that doesn't happen by chance. Muscle strength in the legs, especially in old age, has an underrated ally, vitamin D. It's not just the so-called sunshine vitamin. It's fuel for your muscles. Without it, your health starts to slip, and your body sends signals that, if ignored, can lead to frequent falls and the dreaded loss of independence. Vitamin D helps keep muscle fibers firm, responsive, and well-coordinated. But that's not all. It's not just muscles that suffer. Vitamin D acts as a natural anti-inflammatory, protecting joints and fighting that heavy leg feeling. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology showed that seniors with good vitamin D levels had 20% fewer falls over the course of a year. That's no small feat. Maybe it's worth rethinking the habit of staying indoors all day, avoiding the sun like it's the enemy. Vitamin D can be absorbed through sun exposure, but it's also found in foods like salmon, sardines, tuna, egg yolks, and beef liver. UV-exposed mushrooms, like shiitake, are also good sources. Plus, fortified milks, yogurts, and plant-based drinks can help meet daily needs. To top it off, cod liver oil capsules are a common supplement. It's amazing how such a small nutrient can have such a huge impact. And what's even more interesting is that it doesn't work alone. There's another mineral that teams up with vitamin D, not just to protect your bones, but to help your muscles move with the precision of a dancer. But that's a story for another time, and it deserves special attention. Calcium, the double role in bones and muscles. A lot of people still think calcium is just for bones. Big mistake. In reality, it's like a hidden conductor behind every movement, every contraction, even that simple act of getting out of bed. When calcium is lacking, the body cries out in silence through cramps, tremors, and that stiffness that makes someone walk like a clumsy robot. In this dance of health, balance is everything, and calcium conducts the backstage of the muscular performance. The secret behind strong legs isn't just about lifting weights or walking every day, but about how calcium acts within each muscle cell. It's the one that sends a signal, "Hey muscle, contract now," and the muscle follows. Now, imagine that signal failing. That's when an elderly person's leg gives out halfway up the stairs. That's why a healthy diet needs to include constant sources of this essential nutrient. But don't worry, you don't need to live off plain milk. Calcium goes way beyond milk. You'll find it in dark leafy greens like kale and arugula, sardines with bones, tofu, almonds, and sesame seeds. Dairy products and fortified plant-based drinks are also great sources. And don't forget, morning sun exposure and light exercises like Pilates or water aerobics boost calcium absorption. The body needs to move in order to absorb what it consumes. But before you start thinking calcium is the only hero in this story, know that the nervous system has its own secrets. And there's one special vitamin that stands out for it. Vitamin B12, the energy of the nerves. Picture your body as a power station. Now imagine your nerves as wires that transmit energy. What happens when those wires are worn out, exposed, or poorly connected? Exactly. The energy doesn't get where it needs to go. That's what happens when you're low on vitamin B12. Your body loses precision, and the communication between brain and muscles breaks down. The result? Weakness, tingling, falls, and a sense that your health is slipping through your fingers. B12 is like a silent but powerful spark. Without it, even walking becomes twice as hard. An elderly person might have strong muscles and well-nourished bones. But if the brain's signal doesn't clearly reach the legs, that's when the stumble happens. That's why, after age 50, this vitamin deserves serious attention. The body tries to absorb what it can, but with time, that ability fades, which is why a thoughtful, nutrient-rich diet is essential. Vitamin B12 is mainly found in animal-based foods like lean meats, liver, fish like tuna and salmon, eggs, and dairy products. Fortified foods, such as certain breakfast cereals and enriched plant-based milks, also help. For those with low absorption, oral or injectable supplements are common, especially in older adults. Now, there's a lesser-known mineral that quietly ensures everything works smoothly, and chances are you're not getting enough of it. Magnesium, the silent hero of muscles. You know that friend who never seeks attention, but is always there holding things together when everything seems to fall apart? That's magnesium in your body. While other nutrients get all the spotlight, magnesium works quietly behind the scenes, regulating over 300 reactions in the body, including muscle contraction. It's the one that stops your legs from locking up mid-walk or keeps that sneaky cramp from striking just as you're falling asleep. A true guardian of muscular health. Magnesium acts like a moderator, making sure your muscles don't contract too much or too little. When it's missing, the body sends out clear warning signs. Frequent cramps, unexplained fatigue, and even trouble relaxing after simple activities like climbing stairs. And here's the thing, many people are deficient without even knowing it. Stress, continuous medication use, and a diet low in veggies are the biggest thieves of this vital mineral. You'll find magnesium in abundance in dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, as well as in nuts, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and sesame seeds. Legumes such as black beans, lentils, and chickpeas are also excellent sources. For ideal absorption when supplementing, go for magnesium citrate or glycinate forms. And there's more. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors with adequate magnesium levels had higher bone density and fewer falls. That means magnesium not only boosts muscle function, but also works in sync with calcium and vitamin D to maintain bone structure. It's like the cement between the body's bricks, subtle, but essential for keeping everything standing tall. And when it comes to preventing cramps and keeping your legs strong, there's another nutrient that jumps into action, and it's more common than you think. Potassium, for cramps and coordination. Potassium is one of those nutrients we've heard about since we were kids, usually in phrases like, eat a banana and the cramp will go away. And it's not a myth. This mineral is a key player when it comes to muscle control and motor coordination. It helps balance fluids inside cells and ensures that electrical signals between brain and muscles fire correctly. Without it, the body starts to glitch with spasms, tremors, and that scary unsteadiness that makes you feel like you could fall just getting off the couch. But it's not just about avoiding nighttime cramps. Potassium has a direct effect on bone protection too. It neutralizes acids that build up in the body with age, acids that, if left unchecked, can slowly erode your bone structure. So yes, potassium protects muscles and strengthens bones. It's a true asset for anyone who wants to age with mobility, energy, and enviable health. And the best part? It's easy to find. Here are some practical examples. Potassium is found in bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, beans, lentils, and spinach. It's also present in coconut water, plain yogurt, and fresh orange juice. This mineral supports muscle coordination, prevents cramps, and helps maintain fluid balance, all of which are essential for keeping your health and nutrition on track. And speaking of balance, there's one more vitamin working quietly in the background with a very specific mission. It guides calcium like a GPS, keeping it from ending up in the wrong places and protecting your joints from inflammation. Yep, a true strategist of the body. And you need to know the power it holds. Vitamin K, the calcium guide and joint protector. Have you ever heard that calcium can end up where it shouldn't? That's right, when it builds up in the arteries instead of the bones, it becomes a serious problem. That's where vitamin K steps in like a biochemical GPS, guiding calcium to the bones and saying, hey, this is the right place. Without that guidance, joint and cardiovascular health can go off course, especially in older adults. Motor coordination and flexibility? They're also influenced by vitamin K's quiet touch. It doesn't just prevent that wrong turn of calcium, it also helps protect against joint inflammation. You know that knee pain that seems to show up on cold days? It might be linked to a lack of this nutrient. And here's something interesting. There are two main types, K1, found in dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, arugula, and lettuce, and K2, found in fermented foods, aged cheeses, liver, and egg yolks. Both are essential for bone and joint health, guiding calcium exactly where it belongs. Science backs this up too. Studies show that supplementing with vitamin K2 improves bone density in older adults and slows the progression of osteoarthritis. That means more agility and less pain when walking, standing up, or even crossing your legs. No wonder in countries like Japan, where people commonly eat natto, a fermented food packed with K2, fracture rates in the elderly are much lower. And since we're talking about movement, energy, and flexibility, there's another vitamin that directly supports protein metabolism and muscular energy production. Know which one we're talking about? Vitamin B6, the builder of energy and stamina. Some days, your body feels like a car trying to start with a dead battery, right? That constant tiredness, weakness in your legs, and even trouble focusing might have a less obvious cause: a lack of vitamin B6. It's the one responsible for helping your body turn protein into energy, and it keeps your nervous system running smoothly. In other words, without B6, the fuel doesn't reach the engine, and even the healthiest diet in the world won't be enough on its own. Vitamin B6 is also involved in producing red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your muscles. It's like making sure each cell is breathing properly. When B6 is low, symptoms like numbness, tingling, and unexplained leg weakness can show up. And here's something curious. This deficiency is more common in older adults, especially those on restrictive diets or taking certain medications regularly. Want to get more B6 on your plate without overcomplicating things? You'll find it in foods like chicken, fish, tuna, salmon, potatoes, bananas, chickpeas, and whole grains. It's also present in nuts, avocados, and spinach. Essential for energy production and keeping your nervous system in check, B6 strengthens your muscles and boosts endurance, a cornerstone of any healthy diet. Now tell me, which of these nutrients do you already consume regularly? And which one do you feel might be missing from your diet? Drop your answer in the comments below. And before we move on, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can get more content to help you eat healthier and live longer. Now, if you're 60 or older, the next video is a must-watch. You'll discover 7 fruits that help you live longer, backed by science. Click on the screen, watch it now, and get ready to be surprised by what no one tells you about aging with energy and mobility. That's it for today's video. Take care, and see you next time.